Okay, so I'm actually heading for the... Yeah, this apparently is a seldom visited area. There's only one other car in the car park. I actually came out here this morning to go to Mount Gungun because I thought it'd be great sunrise this morning. I wanted to do a video at top of the mountain, and there must have been over 100 people there in the dark. So I came looking for this spot, and so it's difficult to find. You need to go online and get directions from some bushwalking trails, etc. I love those beautiful spiky trees. We used to have one in our garden when we lived in Sydney many years ago, and in those days they used to call them black boys. Now of course now it's politically incorrect to call it a black boy, and it has some other botanical name. I'm just not sure what that is. I could put it on the screen here to be appropriate and to be politically correct, but you know what, I think we've got to be very careful with this political correctness, in that I think there's a sense that although, you know, we may not like the racial slur or whatever we now associate with those terms, if we get rid of all of our history completely, if we try to sanitize our past, we leave nothing for future generations to learn from. And I think there's a value in them learning from our mistakes as well as our successes. How beautiful is it up here? Look at this. And so I think, yeah, we certainly need to draw lines, but I think to sanitize our history completely, that we forget about it, means that we don't form values from the lessons that were learned during those times. So I think we got to be careful as I stand on top of up to a nice summit up here, that we don't purge away completely all of our history and sanitize it to the point that we lose lessons that are valuable in life. And so that's my rage for the day, and I'm not one to expose myself to horrific scenes or oh my gosh, this is awesome. But there's a thought. So I think there's a bit of a balance to this political correctness that we're getting a bit off balance. Oh my gosh, this is epic up here. So I decided I'd try and find this place, and not easy to find, but when you see views like this, it's absolutely worth coming to, isn't it? Sometimes it's better to go down backwards, but this is okay, I think. Take a little side step here. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to go back up. Beautiful here. I love this. It's my kind of country, man. Up here, I'm tentative because I had a bung knee last week, and so I don't want to irritate it again. It's not too bad. It's like a throne, isn't it? It's like a seat here. I don't think that's the way you go. Up here. This is quite pleasant. It's not too difficult to walk this. It's fairly obvious stages. Thanks for joining me on my walk. I bet you feel like you're actually doing it with this chest cam. You can get a panoramic shot, so I'm just gonna keep going. Could get it there. The Sunshine Coast over there. Oh, some people here. What's up? I'm actually not wearing my hat backwards to be cool. It's windy up here and the wind's getting under the peak, so that's my excuse. Was much longer than I expected, and so I've been trying to take a panorama shot on a tripod. My tripod broke and what have you, so I've got to go down these epic rocks somehow, find my way down there. Just saw my second person for the day. Second person. Come on. It's like being in Jurassic World up here. Like, you've got these volcanic plugs, which is what they are. They're actually volcanic plugs to the distance there, and you expect to see some pterodactyls and some Tyrannosaurus Rexes, you know, leaping around. So I'm looking for a good spot to take pictures. So take the camera off here. Yeah, so I'm trying to find a good spot for some shots. I want to get a nice panorama. If I get a nice panorama, I will, you know, I'll put it in here, which it's already there, isn't it? You can see it. That's it. Oh yeah, how amazing is that? And so I found it a lot more difficult coming down, and I think I lost the trail. Thankfully made it to civilization. Well, I'm amazed I'm back at my car, and back at the point. Okay. All right, so I get it now, I get it. It's down the track, there's the trail to the summit. We keep going all the way to the end, as I've just passed two guys doing the same. And I would start from the further and come back. Because I think coming down is more difficult and easier to go up than come down. And so coming down was bush bashing a bit and climbing over rocks, logs and what have you. So my opinion of this as a walk, I would say, to be honest with you, one of the best walks in the Sunshine Coast. It's totally the best kept secret on the Sunshine Coast. So and hopefully no one will take me up on it, because I want to come back here and have it to myself again. It's great. Just 2 people I saw, 2 people, compared to something like 100 on Mount Gungan.